once again,
Tony Blair.
Tony Blair.
Tony Blair.
We'll be hearing from the Right Honourable Tony Blair.
Hi.
Yo.
Tony Blair has been branded a coward by hundreds of protesters outside the Iraq inquiry.
The question, is it lawful or not?
Tony Blair was clearly lying.
Former British Prime Minister Tony Blair is answering questions at a public inquiry into the 2003 Iraq War.
Britain into war against Saddam. He is the key witness in the Iraq inquiry.
Morning.
Tony Blair once, in a moment of absence of mind, referred to them as weapons of mass distraction. And it was a very illuminating Freudian slip, because the whole weapons issue, which was at the centre of Blair's propaganda for war, was indeed a weapon of mass distraction from the basic war goal.
It's one problem with different facets, and one major facet of the whole problem is this Israel-Palestine conflict. Not because, incidentally, the existence of Israel has provoked this conflict. I totally disagree with people who say that, but the resolution of the conflict would have an enormously beneficial impact on the relations with the Muslim world.
Blair was very careful to seek parliamentary approval before launching the attack, and he got that approval, unfortunately, admittedly on the basis of lies, but he got it.
This is a bit of a game.
Is why, really, did we invade Iraq? Why Saddam? And why now, in March 2003?
Of course, it doesn't have the powers of a court to compel witnesses, and it can't forcibly declassify documents, so it's...
Time precisely because of the allegation, which is an extraordinarily serious one, that we, Downing Street, had deliberately falsified the intelligence.
But for so long, the reason that has been put at the front of the debate is that there were, in fact, weapons of mass destruction. We now know that that is completely not it. Did they go into specifics about why perhaps Bush and Blair were pushing for regime change?
In the run-up to the invasion, Tony Blair promised the Americans he would be with them in confronting Saddam, but he denied there was a secret deal to go to war.
And also, a lot is being made of this 2002, I believe it is, meeting in Texas between Blair and Bush. Are you implying perhaps that maybe during that time they could have agreed about this, that Bush perhaps could have pushed really on Blair at that moment?
And George and I would like to say this to you in the spirit of,
Stockings.
harmony and goodwill and reconciliation.
Go fuck yourselves!